Imagine living your whole life unable to hear or even speak, and only able to understand the world through your eyes. You can't hear people calling out for help, but you visually see the pain and suffering in their eyes, and they look upon you for help. The novel The Heart is a Lonely Hunter by Carson McCullers is based on a man named John Singer who lives that life. He is a deaf-mute living in a cruel and broken world. He has one friend who is also a deaf-mute named Antonopoulos, but once he gets sent away to an insane asylum, John is left all alone. He struggles to live a happy and meaningful life. People come to him for help, but he gets none himself. He is exposed to all the bitterness and brutalities this world has to offer, and sees the aching hearts of those who are affected by life, but more specifically, those aching hearts are caused by hopelessness, lost identities, loneliness, and racism. The author, Carson McCullers, published the novel in 1940 at the age of 22, which launched her writing career. She based the novel on relationships between people and the longing to connect with others. Her writing was inspired by her own lonely suffering. She once stated that, "I live with the people I create, and it has always made my essential loneliness less keen." Her novel became greatly recognized all over the world instantly. It has received many awards, is a part of Oprah's book club, and was made into a film in 1968, a year after she passed. Reviews rave about how she perfectly depicted the life of each character in the novel and their roles in the real world. Wright, who is of color, was especially impressed with her ability to handle Black characters without being insulting or condescending. The thing that was most impressive to him was the astonishing humanity that enables a white writer for the first time in Southern fiction to handle Negro characters with as much ease and justice as those of her own race. The novel relates To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. In this story, racism is the main theme as a colored man is accused for raping a white girl. Yet he is innocent, he is imprisoned due to the fact that he is of color. The Heart is a Lonely Hunter depicts what life is like as different races and as different classes in society. It demonstrates how African Americans are treated even when they are not the ones at fault. For example, after a young colored boy is imprisoned, he sees one of the white guards beating up his friend. He sticks up for him by simply asking the guard to stop, and as a result gets put in a cold cellar for days and left in critical condition. The brutalities that are shown in this novel are very eye-opening to what life was really like. Even the way people talked to those of color was simply degrading. Since the beginning of time, racism has been thriving and manifesting in the world. From slavery to racial slurs, it all has an impact. The need for power and control has resulted in the human race controlling each other, causing this discrimination and complete dominance of races over others. To this day, it is still very relevant, but will the assumptions that we have adapted into our society be forgotten, or will they be passed on to later generations?
Quale delle due è bella?
Questa.
Qual è quella bella? Qual è quella brutta? E qual è quella buona? Quale è cattiva? Qual è buona?
Lei.
Perché è buona?
Perché ha gli occhi celesti.
Quale è cattiva? Perché è cattiva?
Perché è tutto nero.
E qual è la bambola che ti somiglia di più?
This illustration is called the doll test. It's a psychological experiment designed in the 1940s in the USA to test the degree of marginalization felt by African American children caused by prejudice, discrimination, and racial segregation. Stereotypes, segregation, discrimination, and prejudice have all been engraved into society, causing everyone to judge someone only based on the skin they wear and live in. But in reality,
I am not black. I mean, that's what the world calls me, but it's not me. I didn't come out of my mother's womb saying, "Hey, everybody, I'm black." No, I was taught to be black, and you were taught to call me that, along with whatever you call yourself. It's just a label. See, from birth, the world force feeds us these labels, and eventually we all swallow them. We digest and accept the labels, never ever doubting them. But there's one problem. Labels are not you, and labels are not me. Labels are just labels. But who we truly are is not skin deep. See, when I drive my car, no one would ever confuse the car for me. Well, when I drive my body, why do you confuse me for my body? It's my body. Get it? Not me. Let me break it down. See, our bodies are just cars that we operate and drive around. The dealership we call society decided to label mine the black edition, yours the Irish or white edition. And with no money down, 0% APR, and no test drive, we were forced to own these cars for the rest of our lives. Forgive me, but I fail to see the logic or pride in defining myself or judging another by the cars we drive. Because who we truly are is found inside.